In this tutorial, I will talk about 16 most used symbols for bash scripts. Here, I will briefly describe about 16 symbols. These symbols are just like shortcuts and they are widely used in bash scripts. In the end, I will provide some examples and demonstrate them in the terminal. So let's get started. The first symbol which I am going to talk about is the less than symbol. This is known as the input redirection symbol. Now, before talking about it further, I will talk about standard streams a bit. Now, there are three types of standard streams, which are standard input stream, standard output stream, and standard error stream. The less than symbol is used to redirect input to a file or a command. You can use files as input, which are to be redirected. I will demonstrate it further in the terminal later in this video. The next symbol is the greater than symbol. It acts oppositely to the less than symbol. This is known as the output redirection symbol. It is used to redirect the contents of a command or some file to some other files or a command. Using this operator, the contents of a specific file or the outputs of a command can be edited or overwritten, which was previously written on it. I will demonstrate this later in this video using the terminal. Now comes the double greater than symbol. It acts as an alternative version for the greater than symbol. This is known as the append output symbol. As the name suggests, this symbol is used to append or add the contents of a file or output of a specific command to some other file. It is important to remember that using this symbol, the output or the contents will not be overridden or replaced. However, it will just add extra contents to the end of the file. Moreover, if the destination file is not created, then using this operator, it will create the new file. Now I will talk about the ampersand and greater than symbol. Previously, I talked about the greater than symbol, which was used as an output redirection symbol. Now, using the ampersand and greater than symbol together has a special significance. That is, it is used to redirect both standard error and standard output to a file. Suppose you are redirecting the contents or the outputs of a command to a file. Now, while running the command, if it results in an error, this symbol will redirect that error message to that file. However, if the command ran successfully, then it will redirect the output to that file. Next comes the 2 greater than ampersand 1 symbol. Now, this symbol might look scary, however, it is very useful. It is used to redirect both standard output and the standard error to the same destination as the standard output stream. In short, this symbol is used to merge the standard error with the output to the destination or the file where it is redirecting to. In this way, you can capture the output and monitor the error together easily. Now I will talk about the hashtag symbol or operator, which is one of the most common symbols used in bash scripts. In more or less every bash scripts, programmers want to mention or describe what they're doing in that script. So they mention that using a commented line. To do this, you have to use the hashtag symbol before writing anything. Next comes the $sign and hashtag symbol. As the hashtag symbol is reserved for a commented line, a new symbol that is merging the $sign with hashtag is used to get the length or the count of the items or arguments provided by the user through the command line. This symbol is commonly used to fetch the count of items that the user passes as argument through the command line. It is very useful in scripts where you need to store the count of items that the user provides. Next comes 2 interesting symbols, which are the \greater than and the \less than symbols. They are used to compare length or magnitude. As greater than and less than symbols are reserved for something else, which I described earlier, using the \, in front of them makes them usable as greater than and less than symbols. Now, these symbols are used to compare the character length or string length. Also, you can compare lengths of number or compare two numbers such as is 5 greater than 8 or is 10 less than 20 using them, since in Bash everything is treated as strings. Next comes the double caret symbol. It has a very simple function, that is, it converts all characters to uppercase, just like the upper function in Python and some other programming languages. This symbol converts all characters or letters to uppercase irrespective of what the user has provided in the input. I will demonstrate it later in the terminal. An alternative version of the double caret symbol is the single caret symbol. Using this symbol, you can convert the first character of a string to uppercase. Next comes the double comma symbol. This acts oppositely to the double caret symbol. Using this symbol, you can convert all the characters of a string to lowercase. It acts just like the lower function in Python programming language or some other high-level programming language. Now I will describe the $ and question mark symbol. It is a very important symbol or operator which provides the exit status of the previously executed command. Now, what is exit status? Exit status is a flag or boolean value which ensures whether the command has been executed or terminated properly in your current shell. If the process was executed or terminated successfully, the exit status result would be 0 and it would be 1 or vice versa. Now I will be talking about the double $ symbol. Interestingly, seeing this symbol, one word comes in your mind, which is money. But no, in Linux, this symbol has a special significance. It fetches or gets the current shell session's process ID, in short PID. Every process that is running currently or running in background have their own unique PID. This symbol will fetch the current shell's PID. Now I will talk about the $@ symbol or the $* symbol. Both are applicable as they are alternatives of each other. This symbol is known as the all parameter symbol. As the name suggests, this symbol is used to accept or take in all parameters or arguments passed by the user in the command line. It refers to $1, $2, $3, and so on, which are the number of arguments that the user passes. This symbol will take all the number of arguments which the user provides in the command line as inputs. I will demonstrate it in the terminal later in this video. The next symbol is the $! Symbol. It has a very simple function, that is, it fetches or gives the process ID of the most recently executed command. The last symbol which I am going to talk about is the $0 symbol. It is widely used in bash scripts and has a simple function, that is, it represents the name of the current shell. For example, if the user is using a bash shell, it will output bash. Also, if the user is using some other shell, for example ZSH, the output would be ZSH. Now, I will be showing you some examples of using symbols in the terminal. I will start with the input redirection symbol. First, I will open the terminal. Now, for demonstration purposes, I have already created a text file named file1.txt and a bash script named bashin.txt, bashin.sh, which I will show you now. In the text file, I have written the text, "Hello from LinuxSimply." Now I will save and exit. Now I will show you my bash script. Here I have used the input redirection operator, and using it I have used the file1.txt as an input to the cat command. Now let's see the output in the terminal. I will save it and exit. Now I will be running the bash script. You can see the contents of file1.txt has been showed in the terminal. The input redirection operator takes the input and passes or redirects it to the cat command. That is, the cat command displays it in the terminal. This is how it works. Now I will demonstrate the example of the output redirection operator. For demonstration purpose, I have already created a script named bashout.sh, which I'll show you now. Here in this script, I have started with the shebang line, which is the most important line of any script, which tells the interpreter the path. Then I have written the command using the output redirection operator. That is, here I am redirecting the output or the contents of the command ncal to the file2.txt. Now I haven't created any file named file2.txt before, so this command will create a file and then redirect it with the ncal command. Following this, I have also written cat file2.txt. This will display the contents of the file, that is the output of the ncal command which was redirected previously, in the terminal. Now it's time to see the output in the terminal. I will save the script and exit. To execute the script, I will type // then the name of the script, which is bashout.sh. This will display the outputs of the ncal command in the terminal. And also, if I want to verify that file2.txt has been created or not, you can see file2.txt has been created, which also contains the output of the ncal command. Now I will be demonstrating the example of $# symbol, which is used to fetch the count or number of arguments that the user passes through the command line. For this, I have already created a script named bash paranum.sh. Let's view the script. Here I have started it with the shebang line, which every scripts have to do. Then I have used the echo command to print the output after it in the terminal. The string written here is the number of parameters passed in our $#. This symbol will accept the number of arguments or items which the user passes, which I will show you in a minute. Now I will save the script and exit. Now I will execute the script. Along with the script, I will pass on the inputs in the command line. For example, I am passing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Here I have passed 6 arguments. Let's see the output is 6 or not. As you can see, it prints the number of parameters passed in are 6. So the symbol $# can successfully accept the number of arguments or items that the user passes. So this was all for this video. Here I have described the 16 most used symbols for bash scripts. Also, I have demonstrated some examples in the end of this video. In the upcoming videos, I will describe in details about the execution of bash scripts. So stay tuned for this. Also, if you want to know further, please refer to the article provided in this video description below about the 16 most used symbols for bash scripts. Thank you for watching.